Yo, what's going on, Dragon Ballers? Welcome back to another deck profile. This time we're going over the U7 Gohan build from this week's gameplay. It's actually pretty different. So I originally put this up when set 9 was first spoiled because I thought the Cooler Arrival was like a really good fit with the deck, but when Annealing Spirit Trunks got banned, I got pretty discouraged from messing with the deck. A lot of you guys asked me to go back and revisit it, and actually with Draft Box 5, there's a lot of really cool cards that give the deck a new engine. It really helps the deck function, helps the deck be consistent. So in today's video, we're gonna go over that deck profile. Guys, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe. There are a lot of really free ways you can help out. You can like the video, subscribe, maybe watch an ad, and if you want to buy into the cards you see in today's video, make sure to use my link down below to TCG Player in the description. With that being said, we're gonna get right into this deck profile. So right off the bat, we've got Son Gohan, leader of Universe 7. He is a Warrior of Universe 7 leader, so he treats all U7 battle cards as if they had no specified cost. So this is mostly a blue-red deck, but that does come in handy quite a bit because we don't really charge multicolor energy in this deck. It really never happens unless you have like no turn 1 play, which in this deck is pretty rare. So you're typically not going to charge a multi-turn 1, and that Warrior Universe 7 helps out a lot because you might want to charge a blue turn 1, but you can still play your red 1-drops and vice versa. Helps out a good bit. Auto once per turn, when you combo the U7 battle card from your battle area during your turn, draw 2. That's the same on both sides. So basically, most of the time you attack with your leader, you'll combo with a U7 from the board, you'll draw 2 cards. Now, that seems kind of weird because you have to invest energy into your leader draws basically, but you draw 2 where most leaders will draw 1. And that 1 energy you invest, because typically you're going to invest in a 1-drop and then combo it away, that 1-drop will generally get you another card somewhere else along the line. So you actually plus pretty hard in this leader. You do have to invest energy into it, but this deck has a lot of really cheap plays where it can be pretty aggressive, so I'm a pretty big fan of it. When you awaken, you untap 2 energy. Then on the backside, his added ability is you can combo the Universe 7 battle cards in rest mode, which is pretty nice. I mean, we have random cards like the Bergamo 5-drop running around. Just anything random that taps your stuff, it means you can still combo with it, which is good both for offense and defense. But you need to survive or you need to keep pushing. You can swing with the U7 battle card, combo it after the fact. Pretty good value right there. So now we are into the 1-drop. So Ready to Fight Son Goku was always the star 1-drop of the deck. You play him for 1, and again, because of Warrior U7, doesn't matter what color you pay for him. You look at top 3, add a U7. I believe there is somewhere between 20 and 25 U7s in the deck, which is a pretty good number for when you're going with a card looks at the top 3. But one of the new cards that makes this deck really shine, Piccolo Namekian Fortification. 1-drop, 5k, auto, choose 1 card in your life, add it to your hand. When this card attacks, switch this card to active mode. It gets plus 10,000 power, and it can't attack for the turn. So basically, you'll attack with this, and it'll restand as if it had dual attack, but then you can't attack with it again. So it's actually perfect for U7 Gohan because it's in active mode, ready to be comboed with. It's great for getting you awakened. It's a searchable self-awakener. You swing with it, get that life, so it gets you the card in that other avenue like I talked about before. You combo it away, you draw 2. Shin Noble Supremacy is the card I said the deck needed for the longest time. U7 just needed a Universe 7 cantrip, and Shin Noble Supremacy is really amazing for that. It kind of sucks that it's off color. It's not a great charge, but it's fine. I mean, it's just 4 cards in the deck that you don't want to charge. There is a good amount of black in this deck, which we'll talk about as we go through the profile, but still, it works out pretty well. It's, again, thanks to Warrior Universe 7. I usually have no problem charging a red or a blue. I never really have to charge black cards. But anyways, 1-drop, when you play this card, draw 1, and there's an added auto that says if you have 3 or less energy, when you play this card, activate the skill. Your opponent can't attack with battle cards with energy cost of 7 or more until the start of your next main phase. So kind of just like a future-proof card there. It's like one of those silver bullets, and this is a totally like deemable silver bullet. Like if 7-drops are attacking on turn 3, you probably have a bit of a problem. So it's pretty cool that Gohan has that inherent protection. Not that it's super relevant in this format, but it is a thing. So here are some of our main threats to the deck. We have Dimension Support Trunks. This is a new card that you wouldn't have seen if you watched the gameplay earlier this week because it's a pretty new addition. So originally, I had 4 Sankaba, 4 Intensifying Power Trunks, and 4 Piccolo Namekian Fortification, and that was just way too many battle cards that took a life to do something. We do want Self-Awaken because our leader doesn't Self-Awaken. We do want to get to the Awaken point, but I wanted way less threats to took life. Right now, we're at 7. Before that, we were at 12, and I was thinking to myself, how can I produce really cheap, powerful, fast threats for the lowest amount of energy? Because we are an aggro deck. We want to complete a high number of actions for a low amount of energy. So Dimension Support Trunks is basically the perfect answer for that. So he is a Overwhelm 3 for 1 energy. When you play him using Overwhelm, choose a skillless battle card with energy cost 2 or less from your deck, play it, shuffle your deck, then it gains crit for the duration of the turn. So I'm going with 4 Natate Village Monster because I think it looks cool. This can really be any red skillless you want. I wouldn't advise going with a blue skillless battle card, because the reason I picked a red skillless battle card is because it helps the red numbers. It makes your red and blue more even for arrival. So I found that a red skillless battle card was the way to go. But yeah, for 1 energy, you get 2 battle cards. One of them has crit, and then the 20k 2-drop sticks around. So 1 drop 20k, that's pretty good value over the course of the game. One of the problems also I noticed with the deck was I didn't have many threats that were sticking around. This Natate Village Monster Dimension Support Trunks package should, in theory, help out with that. Sankaba, 3 of, just for like an additional finisher and an additional Self-Awakener. It could be Intensifying Power Trunks, but I want to hit faster and harder, so I'm going with the Double Strike. That's just me, though. It could definitely be Intensifying Power Trunks if you wanted it to be. Cooler Tyrannical Assault. We talked about this card, and every time we talk about this deck, this is the Heart and Soul. This is the Arrival. You're going to be aggressively dropping this guy for 1 red, 20k Double Strike. And sometimes when you need it, its removal gets around barrier. When you can drop multiple of these, you're pretty much killing anything in the game. So really, really powerful in that regard. Next up, some more utility stuff. We have 2 Further Construction Champa. I talked about it a lot. Your leader has to be a workhorse right now. If your leader can't carry your deck, you're going to run into a lot of trouble with all these different arrivals that kill things mid-battle. You don't really want to run into those problems. So the 2 Further Construction Champa is really good in that regard. You could also play or tech the new Frieza from Draft Box 5, the one that basically says combo with it, give something critical and 5k. So it doesn't give as much of a boost as Further Construction Champa, but it is an option you have. It is also searchable, but again, I want to hit harder and faster, and Further Construction Champa is really one of the win conditions of the deck. So I do want to have that Double Strike, although having the searchable crit is pretty sweet. Mirror Critter, absorb the 1-of. We're playing the 1-of because it goes perfectly with the Further Construction Champa. Helps you win the game, basically. Uneasy Alliance Son Goku has a 2-of. It's a negate, counterattack, negate the attack. Auto, when you play this card, shoot up to 1 battle card other than itself with energy cost 3 or less and bounce it back to your hand. So this card is only a 2-of because it doesn't come up all the time, but there are so many good applications of this card. So let's say you swung with a Sankaba, you can put it back in your hand if you want to defend it. Go with it, go for game with it next turn. You're able to recycle your Natate Village Monster just for extra combo power. There's just so many good applications where a 2-drop 15k negate that also gives you back a 5k resource is just so good. And then it's another 15k Universe 7, so you can swing with it, and then on your Leader's Awakened side, you can combo with it. So it's really good in that regard. 3 Frieza Undying Emperor. I'm a really big fan of this card. Again, U7, so it works perfectly. This is a 2 specified blue, just like Uneasy Alliance Son Goku, but thanks to that Warrior Universe 7, doesn't matter if you want to tap red for this. A lot of times, I'll go to 3 energy. I'll try and play a 1-drop so my leader can draw. My opponent will go with like a Vegeta the Cruel or a Mach Speed Kaioken Goku, or even like a Champa the Trickster if I'm not awakened, to interrupt that 1-drop so I can't get my draw engine off. But Frieza Undying Emperor on that turn 3 is perfect because it stops all those things. Stops Champa the Trickster, stops Vegeta the Cruel, stops Mach Speed Kaioken, lets me go through with my plays unimpeded. I can get my draw engine off, and then I have a 15k beater and my opponent is tapped out. So it does help put on pretty good pressure in that regard. The last thing, guys, we're talking about the staples. Backbone Universe 7 is my negate of choice. We're not going with the U7 Beerus, although it is nice that it is searchable. Again, we're not really charging multicolor in this deck. Maybe there could be a different variation of the deck where charging multicolor was more advantageous. I was thinking about trying out the Majin Buu Hercule Friends Forever, but it really hasn't seemed like it's been necessary. I think that cooler is plenty of beaters, and along with the new Dimension Support Trunks engine that I'm trying out, I'm able to produce threats pretty well, so I don't really think I want the Hercule Buu Friends Forever. Working at 5 life is also incredible. The plus 10k draw 1, you can't really beat it. You are playing an aggro deck, so the fact that Beerus is a defensive super combo, not really too great for a deck like this, in my opinion at least, but you know, it is what it is. 3 Master Roshi, Universe 7 United. There are a lot of negates in this deck, coupled with the 4 Dimension Magic. We have 4 Dimension Magic, the 3 Roshi, and the 2 Uneasy Alliance Goku. And it all just works out really, really smoothly. Like, you're able to defend really cheaply as well, so you don't have to invest a whole ton of combo power. And then, of course, when you engage with Roshi, you just combo it away on your next turn to draw more cards through your leader. That's really the bread and butter of the deck. So through that, I believe there are 15 1-drops where you're able to cycle through your deck, which is a pretty good number. Pretty much, again, what Gohan needed to be able to do the things it wants to do. 4 Senzu Bean, sucks that we lost on Healing Spirit Trunks. That card let you do a lot of really cool plays, but again, it is what it is. So guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the deck profile. This is it in its 50 cards. I'm a really big fan of it. It's actually pretty cool how it's evolved since Draft Box 5. Again, rip the boy Nearly Spirit Trunks. Let me know in the comments below if you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there, and I will see you all next time.